Hello everybody, it's Crash coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We have some news, guys. Patch 3.2 will be released in around 1 or 2 weeks, definitely in January. And we'll be getting some increased slots on artifacts, increased space for champions. And this Thursday we'll be having a new fusion, guys. So you gotta stay tuned for that. So let's have a quick look at what we've been told here, guys. So, hello everybody. Guys, some news for you. In patch 3.2 will increase champions collection from 200 to 300 slots. So what that means is that in the game right now, in the vault we have 300 slots, but then on the normal space right here for champions we have 200. So this will increase to 300. In order to increase it, every 10 slots you gotta pay either gems, either silver. So if I remember it correctly from last time when we upgraded from 200 to 300 in the vault, it kind of costed us around 2.5 to 3k gems, something like that, or a ton of silver. Like, silver-wise is literally not worth it to do it because you're not getting back the investment. Like, if you're spending 200 gems, you won't be getting 5 or 6 million silver back. So definitely do not do it with silver. I suggest you to do it with gems. Save up your gems and do it like that because you'll be getting a much better value overall than wasting all your silver, because I think it might take you up to like 50 million silver or something like that, if not more. I can't really remember the price in silver, but definitely do it with gems. Much recommended to do like that. So it's great that we're getting another 100 spaces. I wish they would have added like 200 more, so in 2 months from now we won't be having the same discussion we had so far. Now, the next thing that we have on the list, guys, this Thursday we'll launch a champion fragments event with new champion, Iron Brago. Faction, Orcs, legendary champion, defense, spirit, affinity. As Orc faction is lacking defense champions, Iron Brago is aimed to fill in this spot and help completing faction wars for the Orc Crypt. So if you're struggling with the faction wars Crypt, guys, definitely go for the fusion. I will be showing you the champion right now and we're going to talk about the skills as well. Another thing you want to keep in mind, we are around 1 month from Valentine's, when we'll be getting another fusion 100%. So if you're a free-to-play, low spender, if you don't need this champion by any chance, you might consider saving resources for the Valentine's one to ensure you are able to do that champion. Usually on holidays, stuff like that, we are getting better champions for the fusion. Now, let's have a quick look at the picture of the champion first. If I can quickly find it for you. Let me just open it quick from here. Seems like I don't have it up here. Where is he hiding? There he is. So that's gonna be the champion, guys. Iron Brago. He does look pretty dope. Typical orc, full of armor in here. Two sort of weird hammers, things. I don't even know how to call them. But he does look pretty dope. So skill-wise, what we have on the list for him, guys, we have his A1 Molten Pummeling, okay? Attacks one enemy, has a 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. So, booked, probably that's gonna increase a bit more. It's not about the debuffs, it's about the buffs that the enemy has. So when you're attacking an enemy that has defense up, stuff like that, you will be decreasing that. So you have a chance of decreasing that. Then we have his A2, Fearless Charge. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 3 turns. Then attacks one enemy. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff for 2 turns. Instead, if the target is under 2 or more buffs. So getting increased defense for 3 turns is great. Now I'm not sure if fully booked that cooldown is gonna drop from 4 turns to 3 turns, and the chance is gonna increase from 75% to 100% or anything like that. But pretty good to have increased defense there. I don't think is crazily needed, honestly. That faction crypt is not extremely hard. The waves are not that insane. The boss does swap HP, so honestly, if you do have a Grohak, for that faction, I think you're better off by using Grohak the Bloodied rather than relying on defense up. Then we have his A3 Battlestorm. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a provoked debuff for 1 turn. Also places a 50% decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns if Iron Brago is under an increased defense buff. That sounds good. We do want to have some provoke there. We do want to have decreased attack. I don't think we have any AoE decreased attack for that faction, so that would be greatly welcomed. That's on a 4-turn cooldown as well. I'm not sure what's going to change once you book the champion. I'm not sure if it's going to require 18 books like Pixniel or it's going to require less amount of books. Hopefully, it will not require a million books. Then, his passive increases the defense of all allies by 10% of this champion's defense. So, what that means, if this champion has, for example, 7,000 defense, 6,000 defense, okay? All allies' defense will be increased by 10% of his defense. So that, let's just say he has 7,000, will be increased by 700, okay? Another thing to keep in mind, if you increase defense on him, if you place an increased defense buff on the champion, that's not gonna stack with the passive, okay? So you won't be able to stack it, and let's just say you increase defense by 50%, you take him up to like 10k defense, the allies won't be receiving 1,000 defense. They'll still be going to the base defense. So it does look like a pretty good champion. It can help you in the faction wars, definitely, especially his A2. I find it like is more important than his A2. Attack down, provoke to help you control a bit the waves. Land that attack down on bosses, on waves to help to keep your team alive there. Now, I'm not sure his AI, how good it's gonna be. But looking at the kit, we definitely want him to use his A2 first and then to use his A3. So we'll see if he works as intended, hopefully. Let me know what you guys think of the champion here. Are you ready to do that fusion? You want to do the fusion. You're not so sure if you want to do the fusion. But how I said, for the Valentines, we'll definitely be receiving a new fusion, guys. So if you completed the faction crypt and you're low on resources, you're struggling to get fusions done, consider it and maybe skipping it and wait for the next one. If you don't have any sort of issues like this, definitely get a champion. A legendary is a legendary. How I'm always telling you, don't skip on the fusions. You never know when you're gonna need them, when they're gonna become stronger. If the champions, they look trash at the moment, some of them they can get buffed. But this champion honestly doesn't look too bad. I think he's a pretty decent, definitely capable of helping you to beat the faction wars if you're struggling there. So looking at a faction crypt right here, at the actual faction, sorry. These are the champions that we have. Honestly, I even forgot what this guy does. What do we have here? Leech. Still buff, so we don't have a attack down. Okay, and this one is placing AoE defense down and weaken. So, not attack down from him. I honestly don't remember if we have anyone that lands attack down on all the team here. I don't think he does either. No, he doesn't. So definitely an attack down champion is great for this faction. We're lacking that. Grohaki does a great job for this faction as well. So you gotta keep your options open. If you have the opportunity to fuse him, I would say to fuse him. Is honestly not a bad champion. Definitely better than Tela Goremane. But that's about it, guys. Those are the news we have. So how I said, the patch, they didn't really give us an exact ETA, but they said probably in 1 to 2 weeks, definitely in January. So I am pretty excited about getting space for champions, getting space for artifacts. I think that's going to be a great thing. A lot of us are struggling with that. Maybe not a lot of new people, free-to-play people. I would assume not everybody's struggling with it, but it's a problem for whales, for endgame players not having enough space. You don't want to sell your artifacts, no matter what the set they are. I'm always telling you, it doesn't matter what a bad set it is at the moment. If you get a nice piece from that set, make sure you keep it, because you never know when that set can become good. You never know if they're gonna change it. So don't waste all the pieces you're getting from trash sets at the moment. How you see the destroy set, it got at a point where we actually need to use it to beat the boss in the Doom Tower in a better manner, rather than just struggling with champions that they have that skill. So definitely is a great addition to get more space. Champion, let's have another quick look at it. He looks pretty good. Spirit as well. We don't have many spirit champions in the game like that. buff defense up, attack down. So again, he will be a great addition. He definitely has an interesting passive, being able to increase the defense on everybody without making a single move. I think is great. I think that's gonna be for the whole fight. So if you're taking him in clan boss, for example, he's gonna go on for the whole fight. So it's not like he's gonna have a 1-turn cooldown or a 2-turn cooldown. I think it's just gonna be on and on and on. Same like practically you would be using an aura, for example. I think that's the way it's gonna work, the passive on this champion. Now that's something that it hasn't been confirmed 100%. I would just assume, because they haven't specified in the description that it has a cooldown or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think about the champion. Are you excited to get more space for champions, for artifacts? And how I said, don't forget that Valentine's is near us. For some reason, I keep saying Halloween instead of Valentine's. I'm not sure why. But yeah, it's 1 month away. New fusion then. I'm not sure if it's going to be fragments or it's going to be the old traditional fusion. But definitely save resources for both. Make them both if you can. But that was all, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.